And from Plattsburgh, New York, in the 00, Bo Reeves. Car number 24V, that is James Vendetti from Scotia, New York. The 13 from Bridport is Troy Audette. Starting 15th on the grid is car number 50X, the young driver out of Fletcher, Vermont. That's the Iceman, Evan Roberts, a three-time winner last year, and John Goslin from Shoreham in the K. Pope & Sons Trucking, number 65. Car number 51 is your point leader, Austin Combs, all the way out back in the 51 tonight. He's from Middlebury, Vermont, in the Goodrow Lumber, Dr. Tom's Antiques 51. And last week's winner, Joey Vendetti from Scotia, New York, in car number 29. Starting next in line will be the 24 car from West Rutland, the Springfield paving entry for Larry Gallipo and the Whipplebrook Trucking. Number 69 from Cambridge, New York, is Dakota Green. 21st on the grid goes car number 211 in the Greengrass Premium Beef JPW accounting car from Benson, Anthony Ryan. The JTL Auto Sales number 44 from Castleton is Justin Lilly. Then the B main winner from Cambridge, New York, the Barbera Concrete number 32 for Samantha Mulready. And starting shotgun from Bradford, Vermont, car number 3 in the JWB Sports Car, that is Kyle Huntington. 24 cars, 25 laps for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Limited Sportsman. Place your bets as here they come. The stars of tomorrow doing work tonight. Timmy Aldrighetti and Katrina Bean in row number 1, leading them down. Bobby Bigelow looks them over. Green flag, we are underway. Everybody stacking up in the middle of the field already, many positions changing. Hopping wheels over in turn number 1. Cody O'Brien got bounced around. Evan Roberts in trouble in the 50X, and we've got a pile up. Yellow flag. It all came apart from about 8th place on back. Cody O'Brien got bounced around. Somebody went 3 wide. Melvin Pearson was involved in it. Steve Pope was involved in it. O'Brien came out with some suspension damage. And behind them, everybody. Listening to racing, the brunt of it, at least in this incident. It started really on the front row and in the second row on the initial start as the field did not come up to speed and everybody behind him started playing bumper tag, and it took a half a lap for the wreck to complete itself. No laps on the board. 25 the distance for the limited sportsman. Timmy Aldrighetti and Katrina Bean going to try it again. Much better start this time, and we're underway. Timmy time up front in the 14S. Aldrighetti is the leader. Katrina Bean in second spot, but under pressure from Mike McGinn. McGinn dives it deep over into turn number 3. Mike McGinn on the inside lane in the 17. Katrina Bean drives around him in turn number 4. Katrina Bean in the 12. Fighting for the number 2 spot and has it for the moment. McGinn has 3 wide traffic behind him. Craig Hooley, Jeff White gives a lift off the throttle, and Randy Ryan off into turn number 3 in the 60 car. Bob Kilburn, Melvin Pearson, Bo Reeves, and Troy Audette all in the mix. The top 10 has big-time action. Oh, contact over in turn number 1, and last week's winner goes off the top. Joey Vendetti in the 29 car came together with the 65 of John Goslin, just body slamming each other. I don't believe it was intentional on either part. But Joey Vendetti got spun up off the top after the big-time contact with the 65. And we've got yellow. Here comes Vendetti, last week's winner in the 29 car. The 20. So actually 5 out of the top 6 drivers in the point standings had been involved in some sort of a skirmish so far in this race. In fact, I don't see the 51 of Combs on the track at all. So big-time implications here early in this limited sportsman feature. We'll try it one more time. 2 laps on the board. Timmy Aldrighetti and Katrina Bean in row number 1. Randy Ryan and Mike McGinn. Here we go. Austin Combs is on the track in the 51. Excuse me, I did not see him. Katrina Bean on the outside takes the lead. Katrina Bean, Misfire Motorsports up front in car number 12. Timmy Aldrighetti back to second spot, opens the door for Randy Ryan. Ryan underneath him in the 60 car. Bumper tag in turn number 4. Jeff White in the 136. Mike McGinn gives him a lift on the front stretch as White came up the racetrack. Everybody is antsy, and we've got another problem over in turn number 1. This time it's Samantha Mulready in the 32. John Goslin involved again in the 65, and that may be the 92 of Steve Pope over there as well. So things have gone from bad to worse for the Kenny Pope team. All right, ready to go for the restart with 3 laps on the board. Misfire, Katrina Bean in the 12 car. Timmy Aldrighetti, Randy Ryan, Jeff White, and Mike McGinn, your top 5 as we go single file. Coming off turn number 4, back to green. Katrina Bean out front in the 12 car. With a 5-car length advantage over the battle for second. Randy Ryan to the outside lane. Timmy time down low. And Jeff White inserting himself in the mix. We got problems in turn number 4. James Venditti gets the 24V turnaround. And we go yellow. It'll be another single file restart. No laps completed as the Limited's having a tough time getting going here tonight. They've now, and they will go green this time by a hurry-up restart, single file. Once again, it's Katrina Bean and Timmy Aldrighetti, Randy Ryan, Jeff White, Mike McGinn, the top 5 on the hammer, and we're down and away. Once again, it's Katrina Bean out front, and that battle for second spot resumes. Randy Ryan to the outside lane around Timmy Aldrighetti. And now Aldrighetti has to deal with Jeff White. White gets off the throttle as Aldrighetti was sideways. Aldrighetti down low, holding off Jeff White for the number 3 spot right now. Melvin Pearson battling with Mike McGinn. That is for the number 5 spot. Pearson on the outside. McGinn driving it deep over into turn number 3. Behind them, Craig Hooley and Troy Audette going to work on each other. Audette has taken the spot away, and now he's going after McGinn in a hurry. Melvin Pearson starting to slice his way through the field. The 33 car is 5th, and once more we've got yellow. And maybe a touch better. He's got to find a way higher. He blew past Timmy Aldrighetti on the outside. And we'll see what Katrina Bean is made of right now. Katrina Bean, Randy Ryan, Timmy Aldrighetti, Jeff White, and Uncle Melvin Pearson. Back to green we go. Bean shoots up to the outside, and she'll hold off Randy Ryan for now. Here comes Ryan down on the bottom in the Flying Ryan Auto Body, number 60. Katrina Bean holds him off in turn number 4 to complete lap number 6. We've got bumper tag in the middle of the corner. Everybody is down the way. Keep your eye on the 211 of Anthony Ryan and the 51 of Austin Combs, excuse me. Throw the 00 Bo Reeves in the mix as well. It's got a very physical, very quickly out there. Bean shows the way with 7 laps on the board. Ryan is second. Jeff White, Timmy Aldrighetti, and Melvin Pearson continue to run in the top 5. Here comes Troy Audette in car number 13. Pearson goes low underneath Aldrighetti and caught him sleeping off turn number 2. Melvin Pearson up to 4th. Aldrighetti back into 5th spot under the attack from the 13 of Troy Audette. Audette, last year's Rookie of the Year in the mini sprint division, hopping up big time to the Limited Sportsman, and he has certainly found some comfortability inside that Keystone commercial number 13. Troy Audette boarding with a top 5. He got his first top 5 last week. Now he's passing Timmy Aldrighetti, and he is 5th on the racetrack. Side-by-side battle for 3rd and 4th place. Melvin Pearson is taking it away from Jeff White. White gets it crossed up in turn number 1 and 2. Audette gives him a little kiss on the back bumper. And Troy Audette trying to make his way underneath Jeff White. Now 10 laps on the board. Katrina Bean continues to lead it. Side-by-side fight for number 4 and 5 positions on the racetrack. Audette drives it deep down underneath Jeff White, but White rides the momentum up high, and he'll hold him off down the back chute. Aldrighetti runs in 6th place. 7th to Craig Hooley in the 98. Mike McGinn is 8th in the 17. Samantha Mulready in trouble right in front of the leader. Mulready trying to go to pit road, and she'll get there. Bob Kilburn, Anthony Ryan, Austin Combs, and Evan Roberts all under a blanket, 3 wide over in turn number 2. Anthony Ryan gets off the throttle to stay out of the wall as Mike McGinn was trying to come down the racetrack. Smart move by Anthony Ryan to stay out of harm's way in the 211. Katrina Bean will get the cross flags indicating halfway this time by. And she's got the biggest lead she's had all night, but here comes Uncle Melvin. Melvin Pearson in the 33. Oh, Bean in big time trouble that time. Missed the mark in turn number 4. At the halfway mark, she had the lead, but here comes Pearson underneath her. Melvin Pearson on the inside lane in the 33. Katrina Bean trying to hold him off for the lead as they go into turn number 3. Pearson barrels it down on the bottom. Katrina Bean riding the outside lane. Give it to Melvin Pearson off turn 4. And it's a log jam behind them. Troy Audette up to 3rd now in the 13. Randy Ryan is 4th. Jeff White is 5th. The front 5 nose to tail down the back chute. Paul Draghetti all alone in 6th place. 7th to Hooley. Kilburn is 8th. Austin Combs and Anthony Ryan your top 10. Katrina Bean, oh, she pounds the wall in turn 4. Bean up out of the groove, trying to run the outside where the bite is, but she got way out of the groove and kissed the concrete coming down the front stretch. 10 laps to go. The leader is Melvin Pearson, and he's about to have the rookie on his back bumper. Melvin Pearson, the 2-time Coupe champion at Bear Ridge Speedway. Troy Audette from the mini sprint class. Each in their first year of modified racing, and they're battling 1-2 up front. Randy Ryan is 3rd. Jeff White off the top of the racetrack in the 136. And we've got yellow. Double file restart coming. And they're going to let Katrina Bean stay out there. And hopefully that sheet metal does not go flying off onto the racetrack. Unbelievable. Katrina Bean now in the car number 12,136 will restart 3rd. Melvin Pearson in the 33 chooses the outside for the restart, but the fastest car on the racetrack was the 13 of Troy Audette. We'll see what happens in the final 9 laps. Randy Ryan has been in the mix all race long. He'll restart 4th on the outside of Katrina Bean, who's having a coming out party in 3rd spot. Just an outstanding night for her. Timmy Aldrighetti and Craig Hooley in row number 3. Bob Kilburn, Austin Combs, Anthony Ryan, and Evan Roberts back from the wreck in the top 10. Here we go, back to green. Pearson on the outside with the brake, trying to pinch Troy Audette down low and ruin the momentum. But Audette keeps his foot buried in the carburetor. Off into turn 3 and 4 they go. Audette down low. Pearson will hold him off this time. Randy Ryan is 3rd. Austin Combs from absolutely nowhere up to 4th place in the 51. Where did Austin Combs come from in the 51? He's up to 4th. Craig Hooley is 5th. James Vendetti after the spin in the 24B is 6th. Evan Roberts, Katrina Bean, Bob Kilburn, the whole race has changed. Austin Combs making a move underneath the 60 of Randy Ryan. That's for 3rd place. Austin Combs from absolutely nowhere is up to 3rd. Katrina Bean now starting to fade in car number 12. A tough ending to a great race for Katrina Bean. Melvin Pearson the leader. Troy Audette dogging him every step of the way in the 13. And it'll be 5 laps to go when they come back. Austin Combs is 3rd. Randy Ryan 4th. Craig Hooley, James Vendetti, and now the Iceman, Evan Roberts in the 50X. Roberts was crossed up backwards on the opening lap, and he finds himself solidly in the top 10 now. 5 to go for Pearson. Oh, one car off the top in turn 3. It's the 69 of Dakota Green. And that'll bring out the yellow flag once they cross the line. No, here's Dakota Green. Will stay green. Great job by Dakota Green to get the car back on the racetrack and stay rolling, and we stay under the green flag with 4 laps to go. Whoa, sideways off turn number 4 that time was Craig Hooley. He and Evan Roberts coming together, and that's for the number 5 spot. Give it to Roberts now in turn 2. Up front, the battle for the win continues. Troy Audette all over the back bumper of Melvin Pearson with 3 laps to go now. Audette, the youngster out of Bridport. Melvin Pearson from way over the mountain in East Corinth. Melvin Pearson in the 33. Trying to pull away from Troy Audette. He's got a 2-car length advantage with 2 laps to go. Uncle Melvin looking for his first Devil's Bowl win. Audette starting to lose touch with the leader now. Austin Combs has been first and second in the last 2 weeks. He runs third, going for the trifecta tonight. Evan Roberts underneath the 60 of Randy Ryan. He's up to fourth with a white flag flying. Evan Roberts from the wreck on the opening lap up to fourth in the 50X. And John Goslin from way out back in the 65 is in the top 10. Coming around to take the win. First time in his career. Checkered flag flying for Melvin Pearson in the 33. Troy Audette comes home second. Austin Combs will be third. Fourth place to Evan Roberts. Randy Ryan, your top 5. Craig Hooley, 6th. 7th to John Goslin. James Venditti, Anthony Ryan, and Bob Kilburn rounding out your unofficial top 10 for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Limited Sportsman. It took a while to get going, but it was absolutely worth every lap. And Uncle Melvin Pearson is a first-time winner at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Covey owned number 33, sponsored by Sargent Metalworks.